Why is it so hard? How's it going, everybody? This is your boy Howells Grim, and today we're going to be reacting to the internet versus Wall Street, GameStop, short squeeze explained. I'm pretty sure you guys already know kind of what the gist is going on over with the stock market and GameStop. I actually did have a couple shares over inside GameStop when I was using the Robinhood app. And little FYI, I deleted my Robinhood account because of what the heck happened. They freaking sold my stock for me, which I was freaking ridiculous. But yeah, big illegal stuff, big illegal crap happening, all sorts of crap like that. I'm not freaking in full compliance with it or anything like that. Like, I don't agree with what's happening. This video I'm about to show you guys is by CNET. Be sure to show them some love, and not only that, subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, leave a like. We'll welcome you, be a part of the Grim family. Great appreciate you guys here. We got cookies, we got hot chocolate, we got coffee, and Monster Energy. So without further ado, I'm gonna put a link down below this video. That way you guys can have a link to my Discord, be a part of the Grim family. Love to talk with you guys, know you guys a little bit better. Without further ado, let's get right into it.
Hey, so what's going on with GameStop's stock? What's a short sale?
And what about this subreddit, Wall Street Bets, and Elon Musk tweeting? And is this the internet versus Wall Street?
Practically.
Well, kind of. Here's what's going on. If you haven't been paying attention, GameStop's, that's GameStop the store, stock is skyrocketing.
Yep.
And a lot of people are pointing the finger for this at a subreddit on Reddit called Wall Street Bets. And there's a lot of other things going on here. Basically, a lot of people seeing opportunities to make a lot of money.
Yep.
So I really didn't understand what was going on here. I had to talk to my longtime friend, Jill Schlesinger, who's a CBS News business analyst, to break it all down and really explain what's a short sale and is this exactly the internet versus Wall Street? Here's what she had to say.
There's something called short selling. Short selling is really weird. It's like a bet against the company. So here's what you do. I want to sell the GameStop stock. I have to go borrow 100 shares from my brokerage company. I borrow the stock and then I sell it. So net, it looks like I'm minus 100. Okay, that's my bet against the stock. What's important here? The borrowing part, because you know when you borrow something, you owe it back in the future. What I'm hoping
like
is
credit card.
I sell GameStop when it's $10 a share, and I buy it back when it's $1. Right? Fantastic. Now, what happens when the stock goes up? Every day, it looks like I made a really bad bet because the stock I sold at 10, when it goes to 15, 20, I'm showing losses and losses and losses. And when you do that on a huge scale, when you sell a stock short, what you really have to hope for is that you have enough collateral margin that you can cover losses that you incur. Okay. Yep. What happened with GameStop is there were these big, huge companies who thought this is a company that's overvalued. That's it. It's not a bet against like these specific people who are bad people, good people, or anything. I bet this company is overvalued, and I sold it. And that's really how we entered into this current situation. So,
yeah, answers to the current situation, just like anything with a credit card or anything like that. Like I said, do not take what I'm saying as freaking financial advice. I am just a freaking random dude on the internet. Do not listen to financial advice or anything like that that I may or may not freaking give. All right? I'm not responsible to you. If anything freaking happens to you, whatever you decide to do with your money is whatever you decide to do with your money. Do not take what I say seriously, but this is just my opinion, just my take. Do not take this as literal freaking advice. But me, I've been freaking investing a little bit for a couple of years now. Alrighty, the way freaking stock market goes, things go up, things go down. People are doing shitty crap all the time. Alright, especially what happened with the freaking GameStop stuff. And I had to delete my Robinhood account when I pulled all my money out was because, one, I couldn't even invest on AMC, couldn't invest on any other of the shorted out stocks. So what happens with they short out a stock is just like what they explained, but they shorted out so much that they borrowed 120% of the stock. That means they loaned out 20% more up to 40% more of a stock that wasn't even available out there. They inflated it so much in order to make all that money back. And so what they're doing now is going, boo-hoo, we made a freaking bad call, especially when the Wall Street Redditors freaking got and started flooding the market again. Now, is this legal to do? Yes and no. Alrighty, there's so many different legal ramifications behind this that it's not even freaking funny. Alrighty, when you're doing a short squeeze like that, it's only such a short window of time because essentially what the actual people on Wall Street, not Wall Street Bets, Wall Street themselves are trying to do was to bet on a company to fail. That's what happened. They're betting on a company to fail. And when it didn't happen, all of a sudden they were like, oh man, we need to kind of do something about that. So they call up their local politicians, they call up everybody that they could in order to stop people from buying or selling. Now, Robinhood freaking shot themselves in the foot because everybody got to realize what a big freaking rigged system that this is. Alright? System's completely rigged. Believe it or not, it's freaking rigged. Alright? I've personally witnessed it, not only this past week, but in a couple years back, I personally witnessed this. Alright? These freaking hedge funds do this all the freaking time. But all of a sudden, when they're starting to lose, they're like, oh yeah, you guys can't freaking do that. Who the hell are they to tell the Grimm family where they should put their money? You know what I'm trying to say? Nah, that ain't freaking right. I don't freaking agree with that instance at all.
Short sellers said we're against it, and then all of a sudden comes Reddit. It's not that short sellers are bad, but what's fascinating about this to me is that you have a group of people on Reddit who are like, hey, let's jam these dudes up. And here's how you do it. Now, there's nothing illegal about that unless the people who are saying, hey, go out and do this, have some sort of inside information, which I don't think they did, but there's going to be an investigation.
Sure. So this really has nothing to do with GameStop, or at least video games, right? That company just found itself in the perfect situation to be bet for and against, meaning a lot of financial institutions thought that GameStop's business was going the way of the buffalo and eventually would go out of business. And people on subreddits like Wall Street Bets saw that this company was being so heavily shorted, they saw an opportunity to make money by driving the price up.
I think what's kind of interesting is that it brings to light a division in the investing world, which we used to call retail versus institutional. And I think what makes this kind of a delicious story for small investors, it's like, no, screw you, Mr. or Mrs. running your big hedge fund. Like, we can move markets too. You've been moving markets for the last 100 years. It's our turn. It is true that some short sellers basically agitate to get seats on boards, to gut companies, to do all those things. Same thing in private equity. They're good ones, they're bad ones. And and at the end of the day, they're all trying to do one thing. They're trying to make money. And if the smaller and retail investors out there are pushing them in different ways, I mean, it's sort of, like I said, it's a delicious aspect to the story. But to me, it's just old school. It's like some people think this thing is worth this, other people think it's worth this. And, you know, a lot of shorts have gotten squeezed out of trades that are far more interesting than this one. For everyone watching, if you are interested in doing things like this, it is dangerous. It's dangerous to short stock.
It is really
it's dangerous to buy options when you don't know how options work. It's dangerous. If you want to be like sort of participating in something and you think it's cool and you want to learn something, take the amount of money that you feel like you can lose. That's what you should do.
So there you have it. Jill says it's just business as usual on the stock market, and I kind of think she's right.
Like, they are right, 100% right on this. I'm going to have to end the video here, but I'm just going to have one instant statement. And they're 100% right on this. It's a big gamble. A lot of people are thinking like, oh, well, if I learn about this or I learn about that when it comes to the stock market, I'll make big gains. Nah, like, there's so much happening behind the scenes that it blows my mind when I do my research and everything. When I try to invest in a stock or I try to invest in a cryptocurrency, it'll blow your freaking mind of how much is actually going on behind the scenes. And if you guys actually want me to do a video on cryptocurrencies or like investing or anything like that, please let me know down in the comment section. Like I said, everything that I'm putting forth to you guys take this with a grain of salt. This is not financial advice. I'm not responsible for what freaking happens to you. If whether you take what is said in this video that I'm reacting to right now, or what I'm saying right now as truth, because it's not freaking truth. It's all speculation. All deserves to be freaking criticized. All that kind of jazz. So it's just really interesting how, you know, we took the free market back. We the little guys, we the little people, we took the market back. And to me, I feel a lot of pride in that, you know, that I actually got to take part in something like this. Even though it got ripped out of me by another corporate entity, or whatever it was, I got my money back. My money's back in my account, or whatever the heck it is. Like, I didn't spend much in GameStop at all. Like, nothing really. I just did it for the freaking memes. All right, I had pennies on the freaking dollar when it came to freaking GameStop. All right, I was more than comfortable with losing that amount of money. I didn't care. But it's just freaking atrocious that now that we get to see all these big hedge fund companies pulling all these freaking big stunts in order for them not to lose money. Like, I was looking over on the news and stuff like that, and I saw they were losing up to $70 freaking billion on this one deal. And like I said, if you're comfortable with losing that money, feel free to go invest and feel free with that. But always remember, you're not gonna win a lot and you're not gonna lose a lot. It's a fine line in between. It's a little bit of gambling. Do your research. Do everything you possibly can to ensure, one, your economic safety, and two, your economic well-being. If you guys like this kind of content, please let me know down in the comment section. Don't forget to hit that sub button. English is freaking hard. Don't forget to hit that sub button. Don't forget to hit that like button. Comment down below what do you guys want me to react to next. And as always, thank you for watching and have a good one.